Good morning, everyone. I don't know if you guys noticed something different view of my room. Uh, and I have to do the videos up here now for a while if I like it or not, or sit out in the cold, which I could do, but uh, I st- I started downstairs and it's a mess. It's everywhere a mess down there. And then I had nothing better to do than come up here to rest. And I got inspired by a show that I was watching and started in my room and ended up getting to a place where I'm going, we had a loose wall. This wall behind me here, because of the settling of the house, many things were done here with to leave space, right? So that the whole house, it's a huge house. This is a mansion here. Not sure why we built that, but it's just a drag to clean and stuff. No, it's very beautiful. I love it, but it comes with side effects. Well, anyway, so while the house, right, when the house settles, it can settle up to at least this much, if not more, right? The log settling, drying out more, and okay. I don't know, most of you might not know anything about that, but that's what happens. Just in the last year, the house has stopped cracking. Okay. Yeah, it's very interesting when the whole house just cracks. Though, when it gets really, really cold, that starts up again. Anyway, so, but haven't heard that. Noticed that. A lot of silence. The house is settling in. Yeah, not 20 years, 19 years. Okay. So this one wall here got loose, right? Because of the settling now. It suddenly had the nails had pulled loose, right? The way it was. So I'm looking at I said, I can't put my bed there and lean against it. I mean, even though it was secured on one side, I thought, man, I don't know. I wouldn't want to fall out of that. Yeah, okay, all right, goes right into our staircase. Well, anyway, so I thought, well, regardless, it's probably better to take care of that. But my brother in law wasn't here. He had gone out for a run for groceries and stuff like that. So I had to wait. Right? Yeah, I had to wait and eventually got back. And I said, I'm so sorry. I started a mess upstairs too. Could you? And he did. Now it's nice and solid. And I even got this piece was already in here. It's veneer. It's called veneer, and he thinks it's actually mahogany. Oh, don't I live fancy? Though this room, I've mentioned this before, is the least finished. I have one outlet, which now I have to run extension cords, big ones, all around. I don't know what was I thinking when I started this. I wanted to put my bed more under the window so I wouldn't have to use the fan so much. Yes. And it's actually, I slept like a baby. And the odd thing is, for the last so many days, I've woken up at exactly, and it's haven't figured out yet why, at 6:10. 6:10 in the morning. I have no idea why. Have no clue, but every time I turn the light on and it's 6:10 exactly. Interesting. Should I pay attention to that? Is that just one of those things? I don't know. Since I don't know, I notice it, but until I know, why would I worry about it? Or, oh, that's got to have some kind of a meaning. Oh, okay, again, don't put ghosts where there are none. But it's an interesting thing to notice. Anywho, so I got a mess going everywhere, and I'm going to continue on working. My body's doing okay. Yeah. Oh, nice, 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 nice. So, anywho, and it works best when there's nobody here. Yes, my brother-in-law. It's not that he's nobody, but he works in the kitchen, and I work in the rest of the house. And then when I need a strong hand, right? Yeah, he's right there. So it's cool. It's very cool. Things are coming together, and Less dust, which really is helping us all. Yes, I said the house is all open. There's so many things that aren't finished, but hey, it's right. So the dust settles in many, many, many places. Well, anywho, so there it is. Slept great last night. I had the air purifier in my room as well, and I can tell this morning I breathe much. Yes. Yeah. Sometimes it isn't something that you are doing. Okay. Or people say, well, if you were to eat better, or if you were not to do this, blah, 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 blah. Look at your environment and what you live in and what maybe you need, right, to purify your air a little bit when it comes to your own home. Right? Yes? Okay. I love that thing. I always love that thing. We had one on Carrison Street. Really needed one there. I was really worried about the children because the house was so old, so disgusting. Yes? Okay. And so much work was being done in it. Yes. Anywho, which brings me to something. Every so often it comes to my mind. And don't get me wrong. It's not something that, oh my gosh, that's so terrible in my life or this or that and I live in misery. That's not it. That's not it at all, okay? All right? I've always made the best with my surroundings, always. And I was always happy with it. But there seems to be one thing since I married my husband, I've always lived in a construction zone. And so have my children, right? I think that's one of the reasons I got jam on my hand because I've got the piggy bucket together. Yeah, you wonder about that? A jam? Or pigs get jam? Well, there's a story that goes with that. Well, anyway, so our children, I think, one of the reasons that they just buy completely finished homes, they cost a lot of money, but they're done. There's no construction going on there, right? Yes? Oh, yeah. Well, wait a minute, except for my oldest daughters who wants to redo the whole basement into another floor. Okay. Can't get away from it. Well, anyway, but I still live in a 20 years later and I'm still in a construction zone, right? The kitchen's been taking months to finish. They started sometime in June or July on the kitchen. They're still going. One side's still not done, right? But they keep going. It's just one person more or less working on it. So, but, and the kitchen's pretty functional right now. Yeah, my temporary permanent kitchen was very, very functional as well. Okay, all right. Are you getting my drift? All right. Yeah, isn't life a little bit like that for all of us now? Still? Hmm? Restoration process. Yes, that's what I talked about yesterday, right? Don't keep sinning and use that as an excuse for not doing better. Oh, and then go to confession, get your ablutions, right? Yeah, get dipped in the river, whatever, and that makes it just fine. No. I think everyone's life, all around the world, everyone's life is a construction zone at the moment. Been for a long time. Yes? Yeah. Whew. We better start working little by little to get things done. Yeah? To finish up. How things are supposed to be right to live as human beings on earth. Don't you think? I think so. All right. Working on that. I know many other people are out there too. Thank you. All right. So we are in, and that's a short one. Holy cannoli, really. We are in the first book of Kings 4. Solomon's high officials. Ah, gosh, we got to know about them. King Solomon was king of all Israel. No, really? Wow. That's news. And these were his high officials. Leading the witness. Okay. Azariah, son of Zadok, priest. Oh, Azariah. What happened to Zadok? Did he die? Don't know. But his son is also a priest. Now I wonder, are they Levites? Levites? I like Levites better than Levites. I'm probably saying it wrong. Maybe somebody knows. Which is the right one? Should probably ask someone from Israel. So the tribe of Levites, is it said like Levi's, the jeans, or Levites? Levites, like levies. Levites. Anybody? I have a friend who is an Israelite. Which brings me to the question, where did the word Jew come from? Jews. Oh, I'm gonna go read up on that. Israelite. I like the fact that they're Israelites. Let's call them Israelites. Why haven't they complained yet about that? Everybody else is complaining on how they're not addressed properly. They're Israelites. I know one. I'm going to ask David. David. His name's his name's David. David, I'm going to ask you about that. All right. Keep going. So, were they? Jehoshaphat, son of Ahilud, herald. What does a herald do? I can't remember. Benaiah, son of Jehoiada. Oh, we know who Jehoiada is. Commander of the army. Oh, okay. All right. Well, yeah. Okay. All right. Mm-hmm. Zadok and Abiathar, priests. Oh, okay, then they're secretaries. They're right under Azariah, son of Zadok. I wonder why that's there. I wonder why Zadok and Abiathar, priests, are not on the top of that. But they first mentioned Azariah, son of Zadok. Interesting. You see, that's the kind of stuff that I noticed. Not organized. In my opinion, it isn't. Aren't elders really important? Aren't elders more important than the ones below them? What's happening here? Why is that not properly put in here? According to the high official status as elders and youngers. Yes, see? I'm just saying. I notice these kind of things. You want to teach me something, make sure that you got all your ducks in a row. Okay? Just saying. All right. Priest Azariah, another one, son of Nathan, chief administrator. Oh, now it gets complicated. We got Azariah, son of Zadok, and Azariah, son of Nathan. I bet you that caused some problems. Sabut, son of Nathan. Oh, another one. Ooh, Nathan had sons that were very, very productive and obviously ambitious. Friend of the king. What? Sabut, son of Nathan, was a friend of the king. That was a high official's place, to be the friend of the king. Oh, that is sad. That's a position, guys. It's probably an important one. No. I'd say let's keep that one in mind. That might become important later on. Interesting. I thought about friends this morning. You don't keep them. Oh, no. Okay, not like that. I thought, why is it that people think that friends have to be, that everybody that they meet has to become a friend for life, right? Yes? You can be friends for a very, very short amount of time, and you have the most wonderful time together, and then it's time to move on, right? Yes? I think people have a really odd, weird idea on what a friend is out there. A friend in need is a friend indeed. Yes. Not quite right either, but okay. That's a friend of the king. Ahishar, master of the palace. Ahishar, master of the palace. What is that? Is that the steward of the palace? Is that the housekeeper of the palace? Master of the palace. Housekeeper. Eliab, son of Joab, commander of the army. What? Now, haven't they learned their lesson? Eliab, son of Joab. So I'm assuming he was raised by Joab. So I'm assuming that if there was a father-son relationship, he was taught how. Whoa, Solomon hasn't learned his lesson. And then I thought, wait a minute, did he only kill Joab? Huh. Also, is that son going to favor Solomon knowing what he did to his father? Okay. Adoram, son of Abda, in charge of forced labor. Yeah. Okay, that is still going on. My. Okay, all right. Not much to say to that. I think most of us know how we feel about forced labor. I think most of us know how we feel about slaves that have existed since, wow, okay, when was this? Egypt. All right. Cool. So much to learn. Solomon's administrators. Solomon had 12 administrators for all Israel who saw to the provisioning of the king and his household. Each had to provide for 1 month in a year. Did you guys just hear that? Oh, okay. King's well taken care of, and his household. And he had 12 people, one responsible for each month of the year. So they already had that calendar system. Oh, interesting. To make sure that everybody was provided for, Solomon and his household. Oh, these are their names. Son of Hur, in the mountain country of Ephraim. Son of Deker, in Makaz. Shalbim, Beth Shemesh. Ahijalon, Beth Hanan. Son of Hezed, in Arubath. His district was Soko, and the whole territory of Hefer. Son of Abinadab, all the slopes of Dor. Tabath, Solomon's daughter, was his wife. Oh, I just realized why he had 12 of them in all these different places. Very smart. Banah, son of Ahilud, in Tanakh, and Megiddo as far as the other side of Jokmeam. And all Beth Sheen below Jezreel, from Beth Sheen as far as Abel Meholah by Sarathon. Son of Geber, in Ramoth Gilead. His district was the encampments of Jair, son of Manasseh, which are in Gilead. He had the region of Argob, which is in Bashan, 60 fortified towns, walled and with bolts of bronze. Wow! Abinadab, son of Aido, in Mahanaim. Ahimaaz, in Naphtali. He too married a daughter of Solomon. Basemath. Oh, Basemath. Oh, didn't we already have that name? Basemath. Oh, interesting. Baana, son of Hushai, in Asher and in the highlands. Jehoshaphat, son of Paruah, in Issachar. Shimei, son of Elah, in Benjamin. Geber, son of Uri, in the territory of Gad, the territory of Sihon, king of the Amorites, and of Og, king of Bashan. Og. Yeah, it looks like some script writers took some stuff Og out of the Bible. Well, yeah, we know that. In addition, there was one administrator in the country. So let me see here. Wow. So I wonder, 12. There's 12 of them, right? Okay. 12 tribes. Is that one of each tribe? They don't say. It would take a little studying to find out if that is the case. So 12 administrators, and each is responsible for a certain region in Israel. Sounds to me that in the 12 months, each month, one region is being what? Taxed. All the people are being taxed. To do what? Okay. Just saying. I've mentioned this before on how super offensive it is to have little decals or whatever on your bumper that one of them said musicians should have day jobs. Well, I think priests should too. And then kings definitely should have day jobs to provide for their own family. Maybe then they would not have so many wives and children and only what they could actually afford. Maybe. Okay. I also explained on how musicians and priests have what? Yes. Very demanding jobs in a way. Being a good musician takes up a lot of practice hours, right? Yes, being a priest takes up a lot of counseling hours. It's not just about standing there on the pulpit for a moment and a half, right? Being a king, if you're a proper leader, want to be a king, then yeah, you're going to be spending a lot of hours doing what? Governing, trying to keep all your what do they call them, officials and ministers, yes, in line and going forward in the right direction. Yet, is it okay to accrue the kind of debt that every king accrued among his people? I'd say if all the people are doing really well, right, and are honest about what they can truly afford to give to the king's palace, then that makes that there is a difference. Then everybody's working together, everybody's happy, things are taken care of, and one acknowledges why government is important. Yes? Okay. But if there is any kind of abuse going on when it comes to the spending of money and having an X amount of wives and X amount of children that you can't even take care of yourself. You have no time for them. Most of the kids don't even know. That's why there are so many problems here as well. Right? The wife's unhappy because, gosh, between how many wives can you actually distribute your love that you should have for one woman? All right? Yes, one man too. So, yeah, okay. Yes, the abuse of money comes very, very much into all that. So there we go. Tax system. Solomon wasn't a dumb dude, I have to say. Still not right, but he wasn't dumb. And I can see where that all started. Interesting. It doesn't ever really say how. Okay, so it's the Kings. I don't know. What's the next one here after the Kings? The Chronicles. Okay, is that it? Yeah. And in the Chronicles, they're kind of getting into the genealogies from Adam to Israel. Okay. So we'll find out a little bit more about the people. All right. Well, there we go. We got another king. And he is definitely, or someone definitely wanted to let us know how important Solomon was, his great role in all this. Can't find God in it anywhere, but okay. And his expenditures. Okay, good. And how he got that off. All right. There you go. Now, one thing I have to find out. Might be a very simple thing I just overlooked. So there it is. I wonder if I were born royalty and I would have grown up as a princess, right? Yes. And been in that environment, taught or either other, would I feel the same as I do having been born as a commoner, seeing what's going on out here? Right? Yes? Yeah? Oh, what did I just say? How did the commoners do? Were they all good with what was going on? You know, here's the thing, most people don't get involved in anything really when it comes down to it, because if everything goes fine for them until it happens in their own family, suddenly one of your children, your husband, your wife gets killed, right? Yes? Or, through not natural circumstances or illness or this or that or an accident, but otherwise. Suddenly, your house is being repossessed for one reason or another, because your illness, suddenly you can't pay the bills anymore or whatever. The main breadwinner can't do it anymore, or something happened. And okay, I'm just saying, it's only when it starts to affect ourselves that we suddenly realize, wait a minute, what have I been supporting? What have I been supporting, and what have I been blissfully ignorant to? Mm. Anyway, something to think about. Another thing that I thought of as well, uh, the Bible, if it were to have to be rated, it would definitely be mature, right? Wow, it could almost be more than that because of some of the content. And it's not for children. I can't post any of these videos not marking not made for children. YouTube won't allow me to upload my videos otherwise. I'm reading out of the Bible. I'm giving my 2 cents to it, okay? Accordingly. I don't cuss and curse on here. Yes, I try to be a teaching tool for God, and it's not made for children, according to YouTube. It's the Bible, but the Bible is not made for children. It's very confusing. It's, I don't know, if a child that can properly read were to start reading the Bible, what would that child think about the Bible truly and of God? Have you ever thought of that? It's very sad. Well, anyway, because we're supposed to be all God's children. Oh, well, a child is not really. A child is what? Not. A child is a child. Child of God should be able to read the Bible no matter what age you are, without content in it that is what? Not permissible for the general public. Children. Interesting? I don't think so. All right, that's all I have to say this morning. A little bit of food for thought. Yes. God's love, blessings always. May He protect you, and I will talk to you all another time.